So here we have the Renault Captur on a 66 plate. I'm going to start off by showing you around the outside of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But from the outside, you can see it's a 5-door car with alloy wheels and tinted windows around the rear. Let's start off inside the boot, and then we'll work our way around the rest of the car from there. So as we approach the back of the car, you can see we have reversing sensors. This car's also got a reversing camera. Plenty of boot space, along with that 60/40 split folding rear seat. And then this tray section can both lift and remove to give you even more space underneath. Okay, so we're just going to work our way back round to the front of the car, and then we'll hop in and run through some controls on the inside. But now that we've done a full circle of it, you can see it's in fantastic condition the whole way round. Just briefly before we climb in, I think it's well worth seeing the interior from this exterior point of view. You get full leather seats, as you can see. There's plenty to run through on the dashboard, so let's hop in and we'll do that now. Okay, now that we're inside the car, we're going to start with the dials. On the left-hand side, we have the rev counter, and on the right-hand side, the fuel gauge. In the middle, we have a digital readout for the speedometer. The total miles you can see at the top are 30,667. You can change the information that's displayed there by pressing buttons on the end of the right-hand stalk for various different bits of trip computer information. If we back out to the steering wheel, we have controls for cruise control on both sides and voice activation for your phone just there. So if you hit that button, ask it to dial anyone in your contacts list, and it will do that for you without you having to take your phone from your bag or pocket. That is, of course, once you've paired it up, and that is done on the central screen over here. Hit the phone icon and then follow the instructions on screen. If we hit the back button, we'll get back to where we started. We've got multimedia. So this is where you can listen to your music, either the radio or your own music via the media heading just there. So under the radio setting, you'll be able to see that we've got FM, AM, and digital radio all available to us. So if you want to listen to your own music, you can do. You hit the media button just there. We've got USB, SD memory card, auxiliary, and Bluetooth audio. So plenty of ways to listen to your music in this car. I also mentioned that it had a reversing camera. You can see that just there. It's a full color camera with guidelines showing you what direction the car is headed in relation to the image you see on the screen. Working our way down, we have the climate control. So you can adjust the temperature over this side, the fan speed on the right hand side. When you're happy with the settings that you have it on, you can turn the air conditioning off or back on again, and it'll always show you on the screen what you're doing as well as on here. You can determine where you'd like the air to be distributed from there. So you can leave the air conditioning on as it is now, or hit auto, and the car will then take control of the fan speed and the direction of the air as well, in order that it maintains the temperature that you've asked for. To override it, just readjust the fans to whatever level you want them on, and you're now back on a manual setting again. Beneath that, that's where you can slot the key in. You don't have to start and stop the engine. You can just have the key in your pocket. That button starts and stops the car. We have a 12-volt charging socket, the SD memory card slot, USB slot, and auxiliary input that I mentioned a moment ago. We have a 5-speed manual gearbox, and down here you can change the setup of the car. So you can change it to, in fact it will show you just in here, all roads mode, automatic, which is what you'd have it on most of the time, and non-grip road. All that leaves me to say is thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you'd like to come and see the car in person and have a test drive, please feel free to call any of our MJA sites. We'd love to hear from you soon.